Where do you think confidence comes from? Your body is a temple. What do you put in your body? But most importantly, how do you treat your body? And ask yourself a final question. If you treat your body good, where do you think your mind has to go? If you constantly abuse your body, you don't work out, you don't get your steps in, you don't walk, what do you think your mind thinks about yourself? You've got to think of your body as two separate sort of bits, your mind and your body. This isn't some sort of esoteric wisdom. This is just common sense. Your mind and your body. What your mind sees you do, or what your mind sees, is influenced by what your body is. If you are unhealthy, if you are overweight, if you are obese, if you don't look after your skin, if you don't look after your hair, what are you telling your mind? This is a very logical continuum of conclusions. Problem, solution. If I, for example, am obese, what does my mind think? I'm unhealthy. I'm fat. I don't look good. What does that then tell my mind? And what does it then create in my thoughts? Most likely, I am not worthy of being healthy. I am not as attractive as I could be. I do not fit standards of a very healthy person. Now, for example, let's say you don't look after your skin. You don't lotion your skin. You don't exfoliate. This is not something you have to do, but it's something you should do if you care about yourself enough. If you don't look after your skin and then your skin becomes bad, what do you then start to tell yourself? This is just my skin. I have oily skin. I have acne because it's genetic, which it very well is. But you make excuses. And what do those excuses do? You disqualify yourself from even trying. You disqualify yourself from people you might be interested in. You disqualify yourself from certain groups because you don't feel like you fit their conventional standard of beauty. What about what you eat? And this one hits very sort of close to home with me because I I love my fast food. I love my sweets. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. And I think if I was to ever really get a hang of that, I'd be levels above where I am. What do you put into your body? Do you eat a lot of processed and fast foods? Examples for you. Do you eat hot dogs filled with ounces of sauce? Do you drink lots of fizzy drinks? Or alcohol is even worse. And how do you feel after? Don't lie, you feel terrible. And then what do you think that does to your mind? What do you then tell yourself? Oh, okay, it's okay. I only do it every once in a while. Okay, that might be fine. But I know damn well you ain't doing it every once in a while. You're doing it every other day. You're telling your mind that this is who you are. You're inadvertently putting the inputs into your subconscious that you are not worthy of being healthy. You are not worthy of being somebody that can look after themselves. And it might seem like a jump, it might seem like a drastic assumption, but you've got to fight for your subconscious's sort of approval on a daily basis. If you constantly input greasy cheeseburgers into your body, greasy hot dogs, greasy chips, greasy just fast food in general, your mind begins to understand that that's where your baseline is. Now let's try and flip the script. Let's put healthy things into our body. And we don't have to be completely healthy all the time. We can have like a Red Bull here and there. We can have Diet Cokes. We can have anything that we want. Right, yeah, calorie deficits are important, but what you put in your body is equally as important. Let's say we put healthy things into our diet now. We have lots of different salads or rice or chicken or lean meats. What do you think your body then starts to think? This is who we are. You raise your baseline to being somebody that respects themselves enough to actually look after themselves. And the point that I'm really trying to get at is with confidence, where do you currently see yourself? If you had to put yourself on a sort of scale of how confident you are, very confident and not confident, where would you put yourself? I think majority of people would put themselves maybe in the middle, maybe a bit to the confident side or maybe a bit lower. It sort of depends. But a majority of it, especially when it came to myself, was what I was putting in my body and what I was doing to my body. Anytime that I felt overweight, bloated, it's because I haven't gone to the gym and I've ate unhealthily. And every single time I've done that, I regret it. And you most likely regret it yourself. You deserve to be strong, healthy, and confident. But you don't get that by eating unhealthily and treating your body like it's not a temple. Ask yourself these questions as I ask myself these questions. Where in my life am I not treating my body like a temple? Am I going to the gym? Am I doing cardio? Am I eating as healthy as I can? Not necessarily all the time, but as healthy as I can. And how can I become a bit more healthy? Asking yourself these questions to tip the scale of ignorance. Because if you don't look after yourself now, somebody's going to have to look after you in the future. And I think that's a lot more humiliating. I think one of the struggles that I faced was coming out of this fear of discipline. I had a massive fear of discipline because I felt like it trapped me in a box until I realized that it didn't trap me in the box. It kept me safe from what was outside of the box. Your body is a temple. Look after it, or somebody will be looking after you.